Hey guys, Ron here again. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I use an air to fuel ratio meter to tune up my Rochester single barrel carburetor on my straight six. This is a 250 cubic inch engine in my 1965 C10. I should mention that in 1965, the correct engine was the 230 cubic inch engine, and this is not the original engine. Somewhere along the line, previous owner swapped engines and put in this 250 cubic inch engine. So 1966 was the first year that the 250 cubic inch engine was available. Prior to that, it was the 230 cubic inch engine, and basically it was the same block, but they stroked the engine to bring it up to 250 cubic inch. And after 1966, the 250 cubic inch engine was available, but they started using the Rochester M style carburetor. In any case, using the 1966 250 cubic inch straight six engine as a go-by, the main jet size that was called for was a 58 thousandths, or if the engine had a governor, it was 63 thousandths, and I'm not sure why that difference would be there. But in any case, that gives us an idea of the range we're working with. All right, so I made this little bracket to hold the fuel to air ratio gauge, and then this will just fit right into my phone mount, and that way I can watch what's going on while I'm driving. Well, here you can see I had a bung welded on. I don't have a lift in the garage or anything. It's kind of tight quarters. So I went down to the muffler shop, paid 80 bucks, and let the guy do the bung. Also, you'll notice it's not 10 degrees over horizontal. All right, I don't know if my drills are a little smaller than the muffler shop had, but I could get these drills in and get higher up on the exhaust pipe to get above the horizontal by the 10 degrees. And here you can see I've got the oxygen sensor in the exhaust pipe. As you can see, this is some pretty ugly welding, but keep in mind I was doing this underneath the truck, no lift, just kind of doing one little spot weld after another. And the rust you see there is from spraying the weld with soapy water to make sure I didn't have any leaks. And then going back out, I've got it lashed to the crossbar with a plastic strap, the connector, and then the wire going out underneath the car, lashed with a couple more plastic straps, and up the side of the door. Here, come up this side and in through the vent up there. You can see the wire coming in through the vent, coming over here and up to the gauge. And let's see what we got. Oh, and then this is just plugs into the cigarette lighter there once we get going. Here you can see the standard jet size for the B style Rochester carburetor on a 230 cubic inch engine that was available prior to 66 was 57 thousandths, and that's the jet size that was in my carburetor to start with. All right, here we go for the test. Plugging it in. eventually figured out was my idle mixture was way too rich. And what would happen is the meter would not detect enough oxygen, and it would just go down to 806 and freeze there, thinking it had a fault. Once I adjusted the mixture screw and leaned it out a little bit, everything started to work properly. Let's cruise and see what happens. Power valve has gas and brings it down nicely. But when we're cruising, that's way too lean. 17. Should be down in the low 14s. Yeah, this is going to work. So right now we have a 57 thousandths main jet in there. All right, on the right there is that new 58 I got, but looking through my little kit of bits and pieces, the one on the left is actually a 60, and I think I'm going to go right to the 60 because we were pretty darn lean at cruise. Alright, so this is idle with the 60 thousandths main jet in there. Made a little adjustment on the idle. It's running right in the low 14s, which is good, and we'll see how we do on the cruise. Down to 13, 12, down to 11, accelerator. Settle into a cruise around 2,000 RPM. We're still a little rich. We're almost high 15s, almost 16. We're going to have to go a little higher with the main jet, I think. Okay. Well, we changed jets again. The 64 thousandths was a little bit too rich. At cruise, it was running around 13. The 60 was too lean, so now we put in a 62, and hopefully that's going to work. We'll find out. Let's go for a ride. Adjusting the idle again here. I did adjust the idle each time that I changed the main jets. warmed up and I set the idle, so we're right around 14.5 where we want to be. Let's see how we do on cruise. The digital numbers are basically impossible to read, but you can look at the little LED indicator going around the periphery to see where it is. Climbing up the hill, got a little power, so it's dropping down to under 14. That's good. Step on it. Down the here we go. Power drops right down. 11, 12. It's good. Very good. Just about perfect. We'll take it. Okay, so just to recap, we found that the idle was way too rich when we adjusted that. Actually, we adjusted that every time we changed the main jet. We monitored the main jet. Originally, there was a 57 thousandths in there, and here's where the main jet goes, and then he swapped it out for a 60. It was still too lean. We put in a 64, which was a little bit too rich, and then we finally settled on a 62 thousandths, which seems to work out just about perfect for my carburetor and my engine. And yeah, the air to fuel ratio gauge really worked great. Got it all dialed in now. See you next time.